So hello and welcome back to my channel, and my name is Glenn, and today we are talking about basically cash. Okay, so on Tuesday, if any of you don't know, there was there's a Facebook group called Cash is King. Could be Cash is Queen, doesn't matter. I don't care whatever gender they actually put on it. But it's not in reference to the monarchy. It's in reference that using cash should be your preferred form of payment. And they give a few reasons why. One of the major reasons why is a lot of people are scared, rightfully, that they will pretty much try and restrict what you can and can't do with your cash. So, and a lot of people, they do use China as, not only China, but this is just one, they use China as an example of what can happen. Because as you know, China's the authoritarian government, and I get a lot of people from China saying, wow, we don't use cash anymore. And you know that they do have a social credit score in which they restrict what you can and can't do based on how loyal you are to the Communist Party. Okay, it's not how loyal you are to China. I've got no problem with people being loyal to China. I do have a problem with people being loyal to political parties, and that's in Australia as well, because no political party is perfect, and all of them are wrong and right at the same time. And if you pretty much are just bang on, and this goes with anything, if you think anything is right all the time, obviously you're going to make mistakes. Yep. And when you find that you made mistakes, you're going to go, oh, but it wasn't my fault. It was someone else's fault. And you're never going to learn. So basically, that's what people are scared of. So that's why on Tuesday, people went to the ATM. So it's to assert their independence. And this is more about control by the government, as well as pretty much the banks getting super profits. So what they're not emphasizing is you take out all your cash and keep it at home. That's probably a bad idea. But to take some of it out and use it as payment. So I know you take $5 out, you go buy something with it. Instead of using a card, obviously I'm not going to show a card, it has personal details on it. So you can, talk about China. Woo. So basically they want to do that every month. So every first Tuesday of the month, just go and take your cash out of the bank and go do your grocery shopping, pay your bills. I know it's probably not inconvenient for a lot of people to pay gas and electricity, so using card is fine. But just to increase the actual usage of coins and banknotes, because the RBA says that only 16% of payments are in banknotes or coins at all. A lot of people use card these days, and well, a lot of the time, when you use a card, doesn't matter what it is, you're going to be charged for it. So, especially credit card, a lot of places charge at least 1.5% extra on credit card. So you buy something for $5, 1.5% of $5. Well, 10%, 50 cents, 5 cents. So at least 7.5 cents you're going to be paying in fees. If you do that 100 times, it's like $7.50. That's a lot of money. You do that 1,000,000 times, wow, it's going to be a lot of money. At least $15,000 of your money going to the bank. So, basically, a lot of people just fed up. The Royal Commission didn't do anything to the banks. The banks are still acting like jerks, like normal. And, well, we want to increase the amount of payments that are in cash. So, it would show the banks and the government that cash is still a thing. And also, people are concerned that if they ban the cash, everyone's electronic, then the government can start to implement laws that will regulate what you can and cannot buy, how long you have to actually use that cash. So maybe you get paid and they say, you got 6 months to use that pay. If after 6 months you have extra, it's gone. And also, basically, the government can track you on your phone anyway. So you got signals to the towers, you got a SIM card, the phone company keeps that, so they know where you are anyway. Now, when it's actually an actual crime that they're investigating, like a murder, rape, or a break-in, I reckon that they should be able to use that information for that. But when, like you have a political disagreement and they want to actually track you, no, they shouldn't be allowed to use that. Or if you come from a region and they want to empty people out of that region for, I don't know, maybe gas well, I don't know, something like that, they can interrupt whatever you use this for. Maybe they can track you and harass you in other ways. Obviously, they'd send people out. So basically, people of Australia, we need to start using cash a lot more. It gives us more independence. It also tells the government that we don't want authoritarian control over our lives. So just remember, 1992, probably a majority of payments that we made were in cash. Card was not a big thing back then. Now, we're not saying that card's bad. There's some places you need to use card. Like if you want to buy and sell on eBay, you buy with cash in your bank and you use card to pay. Or you can just pay with cash in your bank as well. Or if you're selling, the money goes back into your bank. So obviously, online marketplaces, you can't use cash because it's physically impossible to actually pay someone who might be in another country, in another state. Now that's a good thing. And that's probably where a lot of payments are actually paid now, those online marketplaces. But if you go to your local shops, you go to your local petrol station, I don't know, you just go out on the weekend, maybe instead of using card, just use cash, because it will be a good thing. And also, if you pay $10,000, if you take out of the bank, or if you put into the bank, or even if you make a payment $10,000, the banks are obliged legally to actually give that information to the government. They've got no choice. They just have to. Even if they don't want to, or they don't agree with it, it doesn't matter. So, that's what that reporting is. Banks have just got no choice but they have to do that. What was I getting at? Yeah, see, I was going to make a point, but now I forget. And also, yeah, the number of banknotes, at least in the $10, the $20 that printed in the last few years has been quite low. So the last $10 banknote that actually printed was, well, pretty much the first plastic one they introduced. That one there. So 2017, they've only ever printed one lot of $10 banknotes. And that's more than likely because cash usage has gone down. So they've got all these banknotes. People are not using them. So they just sit there and sit there. And it's really, yeah, it's pretty normal for countries to actually print banknotes and then use them over hundreds of thousands of years. African countries are like that. Because they're third world countries, they can't afford it really. So they just print one lot of banknotes and they use them over 5 to 10 years. So basically, you know, we want to get banknote usage up. So they can print more banknotes and then we can have a chance to find more good serial numbers, or get a chance to find more varieties, so 2 different signatures. This is the scarcer one, this is more common. And hopefully they can actually print more, a lot less serial numbers. So maybe one year they print 100,000 of first and last prefix. Next year they print 1 million, which is, or maybe 5 million. Then the year after that, go down to 500,000. That will make banknote collecting more exciting. So that's why you should also encourage people to use banknotes. Because more people use money, it would make them actually be familiar with money. And a lot of people are more likely to actually collect banknotes and coins because, you know, they use it, they're familiar with it. And then hopefully we can get rid of this thing of new people coming in and just posting crappy books saying, oh, is this valuable, or is this all to know? Well, bloody learn about it. Just because you're too useless to actually look it up yourself, and a lot of them are rude, doesn't mean someone else is going to help you. So those are the people that we want to get out of the hobby. Those that are in it just to make $1 trillion from a $5 coin that you can buy for $10. Or maybe just a damaged 5-cent coin that's been roadkill. Anyway, so thank you very much. I hope this video helped you. Now, every time that they're going to do this, I'm going to make a video. Hopefully it will help people know about, you know, put more cash, using more cash. Just use more cash. Thank you and goodbye.